everyone, this is Rachel with Songbird Crafts Inc., formerly Stamping Songbird. Today I want to talk to you about using Cricut Design Space to create these paper pieces. I'm going to show you some that I made recently and then show you how I picked the images on Cricut Design Space to make some new ones. So I just showed you this cute little octopus, a crab, a seahorse, and I added some little wiggly eyes on that. This cute little jellyfish, I adore this one. Very cute. A sun, a whale whose paper pieces are really all on the front. Very easy to make. This sea turtle, goldfish with some more wiggly eyes, and a shark. I love this shark. I also gave him some wiggly eyes. And then we have this beautiful dolphin or porpoise. Love that I chose this teal blue. And this cute little sea star, which is the second one that I made. I made the crab first, then the sea star. So this is the one that I'm going to show you on Cricut Design Space. So here are all of the images that I made using files from Cricut Design Space. And I'm going to show you how I found them. And we're just going to make the sea star together. Here we go. Okay, so I go to Cricut Design Space and I just type in starfish, and at the top it'll say project and images. Choose projects to see what other people have made. And here I found this user who created this starfish or sea star. So I chose that file, and you see it looks nothing like what was shown in the photo, but that's because you have to customize it. So I took the sea star and I sent it to cut, except I decided to make the colors pink instead of yellow. I moved all of the pieces onto one sheet that I wanted to be one color, so it's easier to cut. Then I sent it to cut, and here are my pieces. Now, of course, you want the pieces to all be different colors, but we're just going to use some sponging and some ink to do that, like I did with this little guy here. This size is the actual size that it appears on your canvas when you start a project. So you always have to resize smaller or bigger, however you prefer. So here I'm just showing you where the pieces fall. So we've got the black piece in the middle, which is just going to be the background for the mouth. So that coral piece in the back can stay just like that. I'm going to move that to the side. We don't really need it right now. I'm going to focus on these two pieces because I need to sponge like I did with this one to make it look dimensional. So I'm choosing Candied Apple and Lumberjack Plaid, which are two reds from the Distress Oxide line. And I'm sponging around the corners on the edges of this top piece, which is the one that has all of the holes and the mouth opening as well. I'm taking the darker of the two reds to sponge this solid piece because on those legs of the sea star, we need to be able to see through the holes. So here I'm just testing it out to see if you can see the holes, and I think I need just a little bit more. So I'm just concentrating on those legs, and I think I add a little bit more to the cheek area afterwards. Yeah, so only the spots that will be shown through the holes need to be sponged. You don't have to sponge any other part. So here I'm checking to see how well you can see that darker red behind those holes, and I think I like it the way it is. Okay, so now I'm just going to start gluing my pieces together. So I take the back piece, which is the coral piece, then the black piece, which goes right on top, and that's just going to be the shadow for the mouth opening. I place that on top and make sure that it is lined up as best as possible so you don't see the black around the edges. And I clear off any glue that might be seeping out, especially when using Distress Oxide inks because they can oxidize your paper. All right, so it's all together. I am now going to just add the eyes. So the file comes with white and black pieces that you cut out, but I didn't really like the way they looked. So I added the wiggly eyes to this larger starfish or sea star. Can never decide which name it is. I think it's sea star. Starfish when I was a kid, but I think it's sea star. I added the wiggly eyes, and I love the way it looks. It makes it look a little more cartoony, so I decide to adjust the smaller one that I made previously. and put the eyes on that one as well. So I grabbed my little set of wiggly eyes, which I got on Amazon. It comes with a ton of wiggly eyes. I just don't know how many in total, but they come in different sizes. I'm going to add that there just by peeling off the backing, sticking that on right on top. I just use my pokey tool for that. And now they look perfect together. They look like a family of sea stars. So these are all the cute little images that I created on Cricut Design Space with the images that they already provide. You don't have to pay for files on Etsy like I have done for so long, when Cricut Design Space has some great files already that you can modify as needed. So I hope this inspires you to create some great paper pieces for your next project. I'm going to use this to create an album for my grandson, who has been to Hawaii twice. I haven't been any time, but he's been there twice, and I want to make something so that he can keep those memories. That's it for now. Until next time, happy crafting. If you haven't already, hit that like button, subscribe, leave a comment. Let me know what you want to see next. It really does help push the algorithm so that more people can see my videos. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.